Mike, Brad Boyce said 800 games isn't on his mind because the NHL is day-to-day. You got a game tonight, you live to play tonight. But as a guy who's been around...
Is it his 800th game tonight?
Yeah. Do you appreciate what he's gone through to get to this?
Oh, 100%. And he can tell you all that, but 800's special. And I think, was he drafted by the Leafs? And then he played on multiple teams, and he's still ticking and still playing. He had no contract in the summer. He's still playing in the NHL. And so good for him, and obviously says a lot about his determination. I mean, obviously his skill set, but you don't get there on that alone. So he should be proud, and his family should be proud. It's hard to do.
Mike, how are you feeling about the coach's challenge at this stage in the season?
What was that?
How do you feel about the coach's challenge at this stage in the season?
Well, I don't have a bunch of feelings about it. I mean, it's just someone put it in, and so we try to take advantage of it. But this would be my question today. In the last 3 games, the other team had 2 goals called back for offsides, and we had 1 called back for offside. If all 3 of those goals had counted, would it have made any difference in the game? I mean, it might have been the score, but so I don't know if we made it better or worse or different. I don't know. The other thing is, does the league tell the linesmen, do your very best, but don't be worried if you miss one. So let's not be calling ones that aren't offside. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So what scares me now is anything within a mile is going to be offside. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Those guys are proud of their job, and they're trying to do it right. But every time you make a decision, it goes up on the big screen, and we evaluate whether you did it right or not. I don't know.
Do you find it takes the flow out of the game a little bit too?
No.
Mike, how do you feel Morgan is adjusting to that role of more minutes this year and hard minutes against other teams' top players?
Well, I think he really likes it. I mean, obviously he's got work to do on his game. He's a kid. He's a great skater. He's a great competitor. He's still got to improve a lot in the D zone, and he's getting better, and he's shutting down more plays. And then at the same time, we got to get him to be better offensively, when to go, when not to go. Make sure you know where to go with the puck before you get it, all those things. So he's just like all kids, trying to get better. But he's one of those guys is that you like to have on your team, and he's going to be a big part of the future of our club.
What do you think is the biggest challenge for a young defenseman? He wants to be a number 1 defenseman, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be his biggest challenge to get there? Is it the defensive side? Is it just judgment calls? What would you think?
Well, I just think obviously learning the game and learning the players you're playing against, and learning when to go and not drift, and how to box out, and when to make a play, and when to go off the glass, and how not to turn it over, and all those things. Like lots of great players we all like. We like them all on the other team because all we see is all the good things they do, but all their coach sees is all the turnovers they make and all the times they get caught on the wrong side and all the bad sort outs. That's just hockey.
Mike, could you talk a little bit about Tim Horton, Dave Keon, and Chuck Broda, and how the Leafs are honoring them? And I'm not sure if you remember all of them, but
No, not in that way. But I mean, I obviously know who they are. I think it's important that you honor the people that have been in your franchise. I think one of the special things about Original Six franchise is you have a lot of history, and there was a lot of success years ago with the Leafs, and those guys should be rewarded for what they did. Obviously, most of us celebrate Tim Horton every day, so we don't have to worry about him as much. But the other guys, I think it's important, and I just know how special it's been to go when they've honored the guys, how special it is just to be a part of them, to hear them talk, to hear their families speak. They obviously are very appreciative, and we're appreciative of what they've done. We try to have the guys down. Daryl Siller was in our room this morning. Wendell's around all the time. Anybody who's been determined at the level those guys have and brought the success to the city and to the organization, it's great they're being honored.
Do you sense a more confident Sean Matheson of late?
Well, I think he's playing better, obviously. He's getting more opportunities, doing good things. I just talked to Matty. Matty's just got to be Matty. Play a real simple game, be big, be hard, be heavy on the puck down low, and don't get doing too much. Just do what you do it really well, and be who you are. And the more he does that, the better player he is for us.
He says he wants the puck more now.
Well, okay. I want him to give it to Perano and Bozak. How's that? So maybe there's the disconnect there. No, I mean, what I'm saying, though, is when you get it, though, you're more likely to make the right play to get it back to them and turn it over. When you're nervous with the puck, when you're nervous with your job, when you're unsure of yourself, it slows you down. When you're confident in what you're doing and you feel like you should have the puck, you make better plays. Simple.